chairman. Yes, of the schools-based management committee, so that the people that like parents, like a parents teachers association, that look after the school. Yes.
I was wondering also, the kids they eat here or they eat in their homes or what?
No, they have their breakfast at home, but they bring some snacks to eat at that 10ish for the short break, and then they have the longer break where some of them still either eat snacks or the food they bring from home.
Okay, so but they have to bring food from home.
They bring for this school, but there are some schools that have the feeding program, right? Yes. Some schools have feeding program, but Diaspora doesn't have feeding program yet. Yes, so children bring.
Are you planning on implementing it anytime soon, or
I'm sure it's definitely on the governor's.
This is public, right?
This is public
school.
This is a public school.
So the parents are not paying for the kids to come. Okay.
Free. Yes, and you can see all the textbooks they have are free. From the government.
And the books that we see in the classes, the uniforms and everything is given to them, or how is
No, I think the uniforms they bring their own uniforms. From home.
But they have to buy it at some point.
No, they don't. Yeah, they probably just buy from somewhere soon.
Yeah, we saw it. Yes.
Okay, the uniforms are made from
or from their taste.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe we can move to the head teacher's office so that we can just use like 10 minutes to show you how.
Children can come in and go through them for textbooks that are not spread across all the classrooms. So they come in here, use it for their homework or read, and then they go back to class.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Can you explain? So what is the procedure again?
No, they can come in here, use textbooks that are not in their classrooms, and then go back to class. So they use it to do their homework or they just read during their extra time.
Yeah.
Okay. So they just basically grab it to class.
No. The head teacher is someone that is in charge, and then so if they come, and the teacher must have already informed the head teacher that maybe 2-3 children will be coming maybe during break, and then so it's very organized. They finish and then they go, but they have most of these books. But it's just in case maybe during break or something.
Yeah, they may forget at home with their kids. I understand.
Yes.
So you have backup textbooks.
Yes, we have backup
to support them.
Yes.
Okay.
So
this is the head teacher's smartphone.
Sorry?
The head teacher's smartphone to arrive the teachers on the morning and to depart the teachers.
Okay.
So when I come in the morning, I log in. This is pupils. I press hard. Before I come, I have to sync here to make sure I receive all the guides for the day. Come in to school, I press in, then I enable the hotspots. The hotspots. Okay. So I come in, that is my TC, teacher's computer, I will arrive. This morning I have arrived. Then it will now show me depart. You see, this is my TC. I arrived this morning, this departs on my TC, teacher's computer.
Okay, this schedule, what is it?
This is for the class I was before.
Okay.
Before I became the head teacher.
Okay.
Understand? Yes. So every teachers that come today, as I open, they now arrived. Then I can now disable their hotspots after they have all arrived. Then if you are going to find out the teachers list is here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Teachers
that you were also interested on this, so I just want to like include you as well, so you could listen to the explanation.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't have the time.
It's okay. This is teachers.
So this one basically is to know the teachers
that
are in school today.
In the school today.
Okay.
The teachers are in this school. They are here. This is teachers list. These are the teachers in school. You see them.
And you can see the time that they got in and everything.
Yes. That's when you click on each detail. I think it shows you something more, right? Am I
If you
correct?
click on it, no. This is
Yes,
teacher's
it shows
ID.
the ID of the teacher.
See,
Okay.
it's okay.
So does every teacher have one of these?
You said teachers? No.
No,
Was
this
it head
is for
teacher?
the
This is for head teacher.
Head teacher, yes.
Every teacher has this.
Said from this smartphone,
This smartphone
you can
connects to
observe
all this.
short observation and long observation going to the survey to go. You understand? The head teacher will observe the teachers in class. This morning I have done my short observation before you came in.
What is short observation?
Short observation is going into the class in the morning to see what the teachers are doing, if they are really following the guide.
If they're doing what they're supposed to be
So
doing at the
following
time
the
they're
guide,
supposed to be
yes.
doing it.
Then if
Yeah,
anyone is not
supervision, basically.
going, and I call them, the area they should improve on. Yes.
So
In the long observation, I sit in the class with them for some minutes, about 10 to 15 minutes to observe the class. That's a long observation.
So we have someone here who you might want to also meet. His name is Mr. Omo, and he's
Government Relations Manager.
Government Relations Manager for
Edo-BEST.
Edo-BEST. Okay, so he will tell you a little bit of what he does.
All right, so I'm the liaison between Edo-BEST and the technical partners.
Okay.
My job essentially is to see that we have clear-cut communications between the organization. So how the schools are doing, how we're faring, how Edo-BEST to bed is faring, we're able to translate those information to reach to the organization, to the technical partners, and then we're also on the spot providing regular support to all the teachers. We're ensuring that we're working hand in hand with SUBEB, and then
So
providing.
that guy there is a member of your team?
Yes. So
Okay.
he's a member of the team, he's a regional manager.
So this is one of the L&D officers that he was talking about.
And L&D, what does that stand for?
Leadership and development.
Leadership and Development Officer.
Learning
and Development Officer. Okay.
Yeah, so she's one of the people, she is the one in charge of this school. They go into the classrooms to support the teachers.
So we're providing support on a regular basis all across our 846 schools in all the 3 senatorial districts.
So there are 846 primary schools.
Teachers are using these devices
on the
same time.
program. Okay.
Yes, they're using these devices same time. The lesson completion is going on as we speak. Lesson is going on as we speak. They're using devices to
Simultaneously.
same time.
Okay, so when the teachers come in every day, like the chairman just
When they come into the school.
yes, when they come to the school, they mark their arrival.
Do they take this one?
Yes, they take it home.
What about the market at home?
No, they can't mark it at home because they have to mark their arrival with the head teacher with the smartphone. So they have to be in school at the point. So the teachers have a time when they come in between 7 and 7:30 to mark their arrival every morning. So once they mark their arrival, the teacher computer synchronizes with the smartphone, and then they download their guides. Now the guides are given to them for 2 weeks. So when they go home every day, they can always preview their lessons. So they don't come in like a blank slate. They are at home. They go through the lesson they have for the next day. So when they come, they are already prepared. They know what materials they need for their lessons. So when the teacher comes in, so if you look at the guide, you have a schedule, pupils, assessment, and notices. So now on the schedule, this is where the teacher takes their lessons, like a timetable of what the teacher is going to take.
So I can see, let's be even specific here. I can see a lesson that's to take place between 7 and 7:30 and 7:40. That's 10 minutes. It looks like it's a kind of
this
exercise.
morning prep, the teacher prepares themselves for the day.
Okay.
So after that is assembly. And after that, they take attendance of the pupils in the class.
Okay.
The class. The next thing is the first lesson. So
The first lesson of the day starts at 8:15 a.m. with what we're seeing here, and then it ends at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
And this is across the state,
Everywhere.
everywhere.
So we're showing that every pupil is learning the same content across the state.
Okay.
So the child goes into the lesson, they just start on it, deliver lesson, and so they have their lessons. Okay, so they just take the lessons.
Just like what you saw in the class where the teacher was.
So the teacher takes the lesson, goes through the lesson for the period of time. That's
Maybe
fantastic.
you can just show the other three, the assessment.
Okay, so let's. Okay, now here on pupils.
You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it.
Okay. So on pupils, we have the list of the pupils in the class. This basically helps the teachers to take record of the pupils' attendance, assess the record of the pupils in each class. So if you type a pupil's name, you see details of the pupils, the number of times the pupils have attended school in the term so far, the number of times the people have been absent. So you have that record already for the teacher. The teacher doesn't have to have this like a manual record.
No, you just go to the place and
just see every detail. So when we have an open day, when parents come in, the teachers use the information they already have here to explain to the parents
the situation of every child.
Yes.
So we have that already, so you can always explain what the progress of the
So
child is.
every child is in the system as well.
Yeah.
Every child is in the
This is a class, for example. This is
So when you do attendance in the morning, you do it through that
recorded.
system.
Yes.
And I have a question. How did the teachers actually accept the idea? Because we know that technology is a little bit harsh on people at the beginning. So how did they welcome the idea? How are they adapting now? How long have they been using it?
That's good. There's a process of training, but I'm not going to go into that detail because I do not have the details. But I know that there's a process of training that these teachers have to go through, and this training is precisely meant to address your question. But I'll leave that to Uju,
Yes, Uju.
who is
Leadership and Development
Manager,
Manager.
CEO, right? So she'll just give you a little bit more details about that.
Oh, okay, so yes, we agree that technology, has its challenges at the beginning, and yes, the teachers actually struggled at the beginning, right? But with the constant training and everyday practice, from the word go, we started practicing. So we teach you a concept, we ask you to practice it. We teach you another one, ask you to practice it, and then you practice from start to finish. So constant practice, a course of 10 days training will help you get better at it. Now, post-training, we have learning and development officers like Eunice that we spoke to, yes, who go around the schools and support the HM, support the teachers wherever they are struggling. So you have a question, you call your LDO. Every school, each of the 846 schools on the program have an LDO assigned to them. So when you have a problem, you call your LDO and then you ask, I'm struggling with this, what do I do? And they walk you through it. Yeah.
So throughout all the schools, I was talking with Victoria, she said that there was between 10 and 15 days of training for this process, right?
Yes.
I think it's really essential as well because not only you're teaching the teachers with IT, but the students are also seeing that, it's an IT-driven school, right? So
They
this is
notice
also
that.
important.
Beyond the legacy style of
So they even regard themselves as digital.
as digital students.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And I think your role is really important in education. I was talking to Madame before, she was explaining that you go across all schools to see the involvement of the teachers and also give them feedback, right?
Exactly.
So how often do you go to the different schools and
Okay,
learn?
I travel with the chairman most times. Usually, so we schedule every Tuesday. Last week Tuesday we were in Edo Central. Edo Central is just some few hours from here, where we had to check them up at the LGA offices. LGA offices are more like the sub-suburb at the local level. Those ones are saddled with the responsibility of managing the HMs across those regions. So we visit the schools, we also visit the LGA centers to check what they're doing and ensure that they're actually following the program. So on a regular basis, every Tuesday, I would put it that way, we're always traveling. But we also do impromptu visits. Sometimes they're unannounced, unscheduled. We just visit go into the school, and then we embark on regular checks, observations. Yes.
Now I have another question. What happens if a teacher missed a day?
Okay, so we have cases like that. So we have field officers, we have the quality assurance officers who also ensure that they're taking audits on a regular basis. At the end of SUBEB, there is some kind of consequences for some of these activities. So if a teacher missed a class, her name is flagged. We will see that at the back.
Let's say she was sick. So it
Oh,
was
no.
like
No. If it's of no, of hers, there's always maybe another teacher or the HM will step into her
And
class.
take up that class.
Yes.
But
So,
certainly,
and that's one of the benefits of actually having a system, because it doesn't matter who steps in, they just follow the
They
system
just
and the
follow
kids
the
are up to
system.
date.
Exactly.
So I think that's important for you to like say it, because because you're keeping the balance in the same system.
Yes.
And everybody is on the same page.
Yes.
So no,
Yes.
we appreciate your time.
But from what I've seen, because I've been to private schools now, also in the state, I'm now going on a tour of public schools since January when we started actually.
okay.
I can see that you guys are a match to private schools, and in many cases you guys are even better, because I can see a structure where you have the teachers hands-on and then the support for the teachers also hands-on. Like, you have your tab right here, I can see that.
Yeah.
Everybody in the Edo-BEST or in the entire mechanism, and put it like that, has a tab.
Yeah.
So you all are working hand in hand to achieve the goal of quality education for the children. Have you guys noticed any improvement in the children themselves? Because that's the ultimate goal.
Yes.
Because if there's no improvement in the children, it means something has to be improved upon. So can we just have?
For those of you on the field.
Yes.
Let me just take governor when it comes to education in Nigeria. So I think that answers the question.
Okay.
Round of applause, no?
Yes. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
So
thank
good.
you so much, everyone. for
So the
being
result
alive.
is lowest out of school children in the entire
So
country.
for the lowest out of school children, and for Diaspora and
Osai
that came,
yeah.
yes, and all our visitors, I guess we are going to give them just a cheer. So it's not only the children that do cheers, we too do cheers.
Okay.
So let's do it.
So we'll give you guys the love cheer.
Yes.
Okay.
So have you guys around today.
Yes.
So let's give them the love cheer.
You.
Adesowa.
Wow.
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
A quick picture. We can do that outside.
Yes.
Okay, outside. Yeah.
Make sure you don't get that shoes, please. Yeah.
No. Okay, no question.
You have to come back. You guys have to come back a little bit. Okay, you can. I should join you. Okay, hold this. So I need to join you guys. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
For the renovation of the school, it was done last year, 2019. So
Which
I
one?
was asking of the renovation of
Okay, the renovation of the school happened last year,
last year,
2018.
2019.
19, okay, all right. No, but what I'm particularly impressed about is this, the waste is impressive. It's like you guys have hit the nail on the head with that one. Because I used to always wonder when I go to schools, I see a lot of, debris and rubbish on the floor, and I wonder, can't we just have baskets and children? So I love this model. It's fantastic. So I look around now, I don't even see anything. So what happens to a child that throws rubbish on the floor?
If a child does that, you quickly draw the attention of the child to quickly pick it and
Put
drop
it.
in
So
the basket.
so they are all now used to the basket.
It's like a culture that they are used to. Hardly before you see a child do that.
And the good thing is that when they get home and they don't find baskets at home, they'll say, "Mommy, Daddy, we
They
need
have
baskets to
to,
throw
yes.
this away." So the thing
Yeah.
goes beyond the school.
It's an important part of the basic education style
Yeah.
that Subeg has really put in place.
Okay.
Like Friday, we are going to be out on a campaign, on school cleanliness campaign.
School cleanliness
Yes,
campaign.
so
Okay.
it's a culture we have imbibed in our states.
Okay.
So we are going to flag it up on Friday to ensure this culture stick
Yes.
So every adult child should know that maintenance culture is very essential when it comes to health,
Okay.
so that they too can also take this far ahead of them.
Okay.
So it's not something they just practice and leave, but it's going to be with them. It's going to be a continuous process. So you're
Okay.
going to live with it.
Okay.
Living at the basic education level, going higher, they also know that maintaining cleanliness and practicing maintenance culture is part of life.
Yeah, we can see. I mean, this is so impressive. Like, I can't even see one. I'm even looking for. I can't find.
But
Not
they've
even
done that
one.
this morning, as soon as it comes to this.
Okay, so that's the first thing they do.
Yeah.
Peek
they have to
around.
clean their compound before they step into the process.
Okay, great. So thank you very much. May we know your name and who you are?
I'm Queen Abusolwan,
Okay.
Curricular Officer Subed.
Curricular Officer Subed. Okay. And you go around the state as well?
Yes.
Okay. So you have a lot of movements here to do.
Outside the state.
And even outside the state? Oh, okay. So thank you very much.
What else do you need? Okay.
So, for those of you just connecting, we are on a tour of Edo-BEST facilities, Edo-BEST education reform that has been carried out by His Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki. We have visitors from outside, from the business year team, who are journalists that do carry out a specific and special kind of reporting with the end objective of connecting the private sector with government in order to attract investments into different parts of Nigeria. So that's what we've been doing since yesterday. Today is day 2 of the tour. We'll go to other places during the day, and the visitors are still going to meet with His Excellency today on a kind of feedback conversation on what they are seeing so far and what they have seen. So that's basically it.
So we're just 5 minutes later than your departure time.
Process and then report in your journal. Where's your book? Where's the okay? So they put their reports here, and investors who want to invest in the system, who want to invest in the state, will read this and have all the necessary information. So imagine I want to build a cassava processing factory here. So I'll read about Edo State. I'll say, okay, I don't need to bring people from outside of the country to come and do the job. They have a good educational system, educational base. They have vocational schools like Benin Technical College and all the other ones that are under reform. They will see all the reports here, and they will know that it's worth it to invest. And then they will see the infrastructural upgrade that's currently ongoing, like the integrated drainage project, like the roads project. They will see that, okay, in terms of drainage, they know that whatever physical structure they build here for their investment is safe because there's environmental measures that are put in place for all that. So it's basically ultimately connects government and private sector, both in Nigeria and outside of Nigeria. So this is an international journal, exactly. So it's also important.
They deserve, and also the credit that you deserve. So we know that it's so difficult to, do this move from Lagos to move to a different state, trying to handle. I see there's a book for 3 kids, so the whole situation and their backgrounds and their challenges. So we understand. Managing a school is already challenging, and managing a school here we believe that it's even more challenging. So no, I mean it's a great job. We really value the time that you had, and of course that we will see at the end of the day these kids growing with these pleasure. It's a great
Thank
thing.
you.
Have a nice
Wish you all the
best as you go back.
Thank
Safe
you
trip.
very much.
So this is the
This
journal.
is the business year.
This is the business year. So everything, all the information they get from the tour of all the projects in Edo State is going to go into this book you see here, and it's international, and they can also find its content online, I believe.
Yeah. You
So
go to the website.
this information will ultimately connect government and the private sector and attract investors into Edo State based on the information they are going to put here of everything they see. The projects they've seen, the drainage, integrated drainage project they visited yesterday, the road projects, the artery roads they saw, the road network, security, and all the information they get that is valid for the investor will be in this book. So when the investor reads, okay, I want to come and invest in Edo State, all the information they require will be here in the business year. So that's why it's so important, so crucial for such a visit to Edo, and it's very important that we show them as much as we can, which will ultimately attract investors. So that's the end game here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So,
Bye.
bye for now. We'll stop the live stream and then do other live streams later
But wait,
on.
because maybe there were questions that we can answer in the car.
Yeah, okay, yes, it's true. Some of the questions, okay, that you answer in the car. All right, great, okay.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
So the live stream will continue, don't go away. Paula and Chelsea will answer the questions. Come on, let me try it. Okay. So Paula and Chelsea are right behind here, and they are journalists of the business here, like I just explained, who are currently on a tour in Edo State, basically Benin City, and they are going to read some of your questions, and some of your questions, the ones that can be answered, they will answer them. So you just have to scroll down and see the question. Yes.
Is there many?
It's much, but yeah, you can just take it up from the beginning and see some of them. Yeah. No seas tan brusco con el teléfono. No seas tan.
Okay.
¿Cómo?
So, first of all, let's say goodbye. Bye, thank you. Okay.
So that the eyes those who are seeing will like. You understand?
Okay, so this is good teaching system. No child will learn better with this manner. This generation will never forget Governor Obaseki. Okay, so this is something that we were talking about before. We were talking about that with the teachers. The fact that the kids, even if they are not in direct contact with these iPads, they are seeing people using them on a daily basis. So this is already important. They are already accommodated to IT, and they are already IT driven.
Yeah, the fact that they're actually exposed to technology, it already gives them a competitive advantage of someone that has not even seen it before, right? So at the end of the day, they can see the benefits from their own education.
So it says here, Governor Obaseki is a goal for the good people of Edo State. Absolutely true. And it says, which school is this and where does it located? Where is it located?
Where is it located?
It's located at the. It's located in Benin City, Dawson Road of Benin City.
Dawson Road of Benin City.
It's called Adesua.
Adesua Primary School. Yes. Yes.
So Debbie Eric says here, 5 years to go Benin City African with so many different things. African Americans are already visiting of Benin City for the greatest culture in the world. And honestly, yesterday I was really surprised. I saw people speaking from all parts of the world. US, Europe, other parts of Africa. So definitely the international eyes are on Edo State. Huh? You have to scroll back in a new Okay, let's see. All your show. Okay. Nice work, my government.
Yeah, the questions. I don't think they are much. But check if you see any.
In the window as well as.
Okay, well, Annie Jones says that I have tears in my soul. It feels as if I am there watching in the window. As well, if I was there, I would have been crying all the time of seeing their face with tears of joy. Well, it was very touching. I don't know for you, Chelsea, but for sure, we were very moved. The kids were so respectful, and they were very excited to receive us as well.
Which one?
Yeah, sorry, a second.
A very good morning to the team. Thank you very much, Isabella. So yeah, there's not many questions. There's more people just saying how the achievement of the government on education, which is really good.
So maybe you can explain to them why a tour of education is also very important for the investor or something like, or for your reporting.
Yeah, so of course we arrived yesterday and we spoke with Jack about education. We're really interested in showcasing this, of course, because this is what gives bright and shine to the future of Nigeria, right? So they told us about Edo-BEST. And we were asking about it, and he was explaining all the implementations that had been made from IT to development in different schools. And you know, like always since we've been here, they just said, okay, let's go and see it, you know, hands-on. So this is why we went to see it today. For us, it's incredible to showcase. In our publication, we have a whole chapter dedicated to this. We like to see the advancements made, and Edo State is making a lot of changes in this sector particularly, and also in health, and not only in Benin but also in other parts of Edo State, like the north, for example.
Yeah. Besides, we understand that every country needs to work first on its education. Once its education is good, all companies will come there and establish, because education is primary. It's very important. We see a comment here. Good morning, guys. Good job. You guys are doing. You're doing. Sorry. So it's moving a little bit. What do you think about our primary education? What is your advice to the government to input more on what you have seen, and also advise what? Can you see?
Advice for the government, for further input in what you have seen.
Yeah, I mean, in general, everywhere in the world, there's always something to improve, and but we have to acknowledge the efforts that they have been putting on their system, education system, by using technology. So the kids are, it's like a system, everybody is learning the same thing at the same time. So it makes it very easy for the teachers to keep up and the students to keep up. And if some of them are not in school, which is something that we were talking about, any other teacher can come who has been trained on the system, of course, and do the class themselves. So that's something good. So they will still follow up with the whole system.
Yeah, I'm also seeing that in Edo State there's a lot of involvement in the monitoring of teachers and also training. I think training is really important, not only of course for kids, for them to further educate themselves, but also for the teachers. If you don't know how to teach well, why would you teach anyway, right? So every single teacher is getting trained, not only in the IT system implemented, but also in the way of providing information to the children. I think that's really important. And I saw another question here, but it's gone. Oh, you go, my old primary school, they say, has been transformed beautifully thanks to Governor Owaseki hard-working development. Yeah, I don't know, Jack, if you have photos of this primary school after it being renovated.
We've taken the photos.
Okay, yeah, it would be really nice to see.
Yes, we'll send all of them.
So they're asking what country are we from?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I am from Costa Rica, Latin America, and
yeah, I am from Spain. And I think it's really nice also to do a comparison of how our primary education was and how this one is. Of course, times have evolved, but like Paolo was mentioning before, I had no IT in my primary education or secondary.
you?
Yeah, it was only until university level that I had any sort of involvement with IT. Everything was, you know, written on paper, and I think this involvement is incredible.
Well, in my end, I did have technology implementations because I was in an American school. Therefore, I had an American system, and this is how it got implemented. But in my country, not every public school has this technology implementation as we see here. So this is also something very good. We live in Lagos though, so we live here in Nigeria, but we are from Costa Rica and Spain, but we are based in Lagos.
This was the question.
Yeah.
They are from Spain and Italy.
I think they will see you more as Italy.
I hope you guys are enjoying the hospitality of Edo State. That's true. It's something that we've pointed out since the beginning. The way that they host us and take us in here is amazing. In Edo State and in Nigeria overall, I think you have a very incredible culture of like hospitality and hosting people.
Yeah.
Which is great. Welcome development.
Let's see. There was a big question here. This one.
Okay. Okay. So good work. One thing I want to ask you guys, that how can it be sustainable, and moreover, what is the importance of your project tool? Okay, that's a good one. What is the importance of a project tool?
Well, we have been doing a research in Nigeria. We do economic reports and emerging economies, and Nigeria, of course, is one of them, but we cover all the sectors of the economy. So throughout, we have seen that Lagos is in need of connecting themselves, and players in Lagos are connecting themselves with private players with other governments. So we are encouraging the PPP, which is public-private partnership. So this is why we have done major research in the different states that are doing different plans, that are exposing themselves further on, that are doing this type of implementations that we were just looking at, to showcase them on the edition, on the publication, and thereon they can be a partner at the time of any private company in Lagos. If they want to like choose one, they would choose any of the companies in Edo State or some of the other states that we have been visiting. So that's basically it, showcasing the opportunities of development, of growth, of connection. We do a lot of networking as well. Our main product is full research, so we're doing a lot of research and investigation on the things that are growing. It's just to showcase Nigeria and the opportunities, because if from the outside, if you look Nigeria, you're not gonna get the good media, you're not gonna see the actual opportunities or the growth that you're actually having as a country. You're gonna see only bad media. Anyone here or outside Google Nigeria, you're gonna see what the first thing that you'll get, no? So part of the report, and the whole idea of the report, is basically to give more to the people, to make them understand that every company is doing something different, that every sector is doing a different focus, and we're here to write it down, talk to the main leaders, and understand from their own words what are the plans that are happening.
So right now we're in Edo State, so opportunities for investment here, and then we'll collect this in our next edition from the business year. Yeah, we have patient here. Yes, here we are. And of course, the next edition, you see Nigeria 2019, the next edition is Nigeria 2020, and we will showcase, of course, all the projects that we have seen, as well as the comments of the governor, and also what people, which is very important. So yesterday we saw many projects. We saw the stadium, we saw the road developments. Today we've seen the development in education. So all this will be showcased in a chapter dedicated to Edo State for investment not only in Nigeria as PPP, but also internationally as well.
Yeah, exactly. And we're about to have a meeting with His Excellency the Governor, Mr. Obaseki. So we will have to leave you now. We'll see if we come back to give you
Definitely.
updates on it.
We will run that on live stream. By the way, we're going to run the what do you call it? The